Okay, there you go. So I goofed. I hit the wrong button. When you go over 30 minutes in a video shoot here in Photo Booth, that's how I do these. I hit the wrong button and it shut off. So it's still June the 30th, and this is the last of the readings. We're in the book of Acts. I can't tag it onto the other video. I'm not going to bother editing that. I don't even know how to do it. So we're just going to, this is going to be two parts. This is the end of the reading for June the 30th. Congratulations if you've joined me. We are 6 months into the yearly reading. But here we go. Let's finish up Acts 20. Remember, Paul now is, he is on his journey. He sailed to Troas, and he had heard about a plot to kill him. So anyway, on the first day of the week, where were we? After the Passover ended, we boarded a ship at Philippi in Macedonia. 5 days later, joined them in Troas, where we stayed a week. So this is Acts 20, picking it up at verse 7. On the first day of the week, we gathered with the local believers to share in the Lord's Supper. Paul was preaching to them, and since he was leaving the next day, he kept talking until midnight. The upstairs room where we met was lighted with many flickering lamps. As Paul spoke on, a young man fell, named Eutychus, sitting on the windowsill, and he became very drowsy. Finally, he fell sound asleep and dropped 3 stories to his death below. Poor guy. He was trying to listen to Paul, and he's just tired. Falls asleep. So, don't feel bad, preachers, if people are falling asleep during your sermon. It even happened to Paul. Okay, we're moving on. Verse 10, Paul went down, bent over him, and took him into his arms. Don't worry, he said, he's alive. Then they all went back upstairs, shared in the Lord's Supper, and ate together. Paul continued talking to them until dawn, and then he left. Meanwhile, the young man was taken home unhurt, and everyone was greatly relieved. Now, we believe that was a miracle. The man fell 3 stories to his death. And so something happened there. Now, people say, well, Carl, maybe he didn't die, and Paul just went and picked him up. People were too afraid. No, I believe the story is told this way so that people would know that he died. At least that word is given there. Poor guy. Fell asleep. Fell 3 stories to his death below. So somebody confirmed that he was falling 3 stories. They must have saw that he was hurt badly. Paul went down. When he picked him up, bent over him, took up in his arms. Don't worry, he said he's alive. But it doesn't you don't hear him declaring, be healed in Jesus' name. So, yeah, I can see where we don't know all that happened. But anyway, Paul always moved in power, and signs, wonders, and miracles did follow him. All right, there you go. So, sorry to cut that off. This will just be a tag on. I'll leave this in the next video. And that's June 30th. So be encouraged. We have now made it through 6 months of the daily Bible reading. All right? Bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow for another. Okay, bye-bye.